Hello, friends, and welcome back to Shadow Play Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Make yourselves at home. There is plenty of content to catch up on. And if you are returning, well, friends, I tell you all the time, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for coming back and spending more of your precious time with me here on the channel. I hope you enjoy your time while you're here. You guys know I love hanging out with you guys. So let's get to today's reading. Today, we are going to be looking into what's going to be changing for you. This doesn't have to do specific with any specific area of your life. It's just open to, whatever messages want to come through today. But we are going to be looking into what, if any, changes are coming into your life. As always, it's a collective reading on YouTube. This one, readings where we talk about you, they should be a lot easier to discern if it feels like it's your energy or if it's like for you or not. But besides that, let's try to have fun with it. Let's see what we can learn today. As always, we have 3 groups to choose from. I do have new stickers that you guys are going to be seeing in the next few days. I picked up a bunch from Shop Be Nice Have Fun in Highland Park here in LA. It's the cutest little gift store. It really is. You guys should check them out. So if you like any of these stickers, you can find them there. And yeah, whenever you're ready, you know what to do. We have group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. Whenever you're ready, I'll meet you at your reading. Hello, my group number 1s. If you picked the sticker, then welcome to your reading, friends. Today we're going to be looking into what is changing for you. My group number 1s, we are going to begin this reading by checking in on you and your energy and seeing what's currently going on. That part should help you connect to this group. And then we're going to be asking the question, what is changing for you? So with that being said, you guys know it is a collective reading, but this reading should be a little bit easier to discern if it's for you or not, because you'll be able to feel it. You'll either feel like, it sounds like you, or it'll kind of make you confused, and that probably means it's not. Besides that, let's try to have fun with it. Let's see what we can learn today. My group number 1s, my babies, thank you so much for being here today. I hope you guys are doing well, no matter where you are in the world. I hope you're hanging in there. I hope you're staying strong if that's what you need to be. I hope you're enjoying life every day in whatever way you can. Remember to reclaim your joy. All right, let's begin. Thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to channel these messages today for my group number 1s. Messages for my group number 1s, please. Messages for my group number 1s. What can we know? What can you tell us? What's going on with my group number 1s? What's going on in their life? What's going on in their energy? How will they know this is their reading? Thank you, Spirit. What's going on with my group number 1s? What is their energy? How will they know this is going to be their reading? What's going on with my group 1s? What's going on with my group 1s? Thank you, Spirit. Messages for my group number 1s, please. What's going on with them? All right, we have the 10 of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles. Oh, I really like this. This feels like okay, so yes, you've been through some things, or yes, not everything is, perfect, but it's interesting how I started your reading off before we even started when I said reclaim your joy. And after I said it, I was like, oh, that's interesting. I never tell you guys that, especially like a message like that before we even kind of start reading. And for some of you, I kind of see why now, because this 5 of Cups tells me there's sadness, there's grief, or there could have been something in the past that we're still maybe a little regretful about. Maybe there's a little bit of shame or just things we're trying to heal. But it's taken a while, or, slow and steady wins the race. It's almost like there's something here where it's taken you a long time, but you're feeling hopeful, or you're happy, or there is joy to be had. Maybe you're at a point in time where the dynamics in your family or your community, it's like it feels really good. Maybe you feel like it's taken a long time to get here, or to find these people, if this is like friends or your soul tribe, or just being happy in general. I love that the Star card is there, because that tells me that there's been healing. It feels really good, even though there is a bit of sadness here. So we have the Page of Wands in reverse. So if this is, say you guys are dealing with a connection, this is talking about, things have been slow, or you're happy to take things slow, you're feeling hopeful, but at the same time, maybe the people you're dealing with, or someone that you're dealing with, maybe there's still some frustrations there. There could be this sense of like procrastinating. Some of you guys could even be feeling like maybe, I don't know, maybe that, I don't want to say like wasted your time, but maybe some of you could be feeling like something is taking longer or took longer than you wish it would have. We have the Seven of Cups in reverse. So you're seeing the reality to things and to people. You could be, yeah, I think that some of you guys are seeing frustrations, or you're seeing maybe certain things or people that maybe you've outgrown. It is giving a sense of immaturity, but also like a feeling negative towards it, or there's something here where I feel like it's kind of like, ugh, I wish it wasn't like that, or why does it have to be like that? With that Five of Cups, why was I getting horses for you guys? And before I even saw, I swear I have never noticed in this card. It's funny how that happens when it needs to. That she is holding horses. They're like little toys. And then right before I looked at that, I started hearing that song "Goodbye Horses" in my mind, by Q Lazarus, also known as the Silence of the Lambs song. Why the Ten of Cups? Messages for my group number ones. What's their energy? What's going on with them? Why the Ten of Cups? Nine of Pentacles. You're on your own, or you've worked really hard. You guys are also in a really good place right now where your health, your vitality, your routine, your schedules, staying on top of your bills, your credit score could be on its way up. There's a sense here of finally, I feel like I'm getting to where I should have been, or where I wanted to be, or where I need to be. Finally, it's getting better. I do feel like there's been maybe a stepping away from dating with this Five of Cups and this Page of Wands, but it's because something became clear to you, or you see something clearly. Maybe now you see people clearly for who they are, and you're like, I'm not even going to mess with that. And a part of you is like, man, look, there's two horses. Maybe you're like, I wish I could find my, if you're a wild horse, another little wild horse to run around with you into the sunset or something. That keeps coming through. Horses running, or outside, um, open plains. Maybe someone lives somewhere that kind of resembles that. All right, we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Queen of Swords in reverse. So for some of you guys, this does not have to do with dating. It could just be with your overall financial stability, or your job, your career, or a relationship to a King of Pentacles, someone important in your life. But I feel like this is coming from, for a lot of you, this is talking about people that you were dealing with or dating that were kind of selfish, or yeah, didn't maybe give you what you needed. And for others of you, this is about your own kind of improvements outside of love and connections. I think a lot of you might be feeling a little bummed out over not having anyone to talk to, or not talking to fill in the blank anymore, you know but you're at peace, or you feel better. Maybe this is even like, my phone's dry, like I wish it wasn't type of vibes, like I got no one to talk to, or no one to check in on. There is this a little bit of isolating feeling, but at the same time, it feels that even if I have self-isolated, I have improved in ways that feel really good. It's like it's like reclaiming happiness, or reclaiming joy. All right, we have the Hangman with the Page of Wands in reverse. You're like, stay away from me, please. I do think this has to do with, people that maybe used to, like old version of you used to like to flirt with, or old version of you used to entertain them, or want to talk to them, and now this version of you, you're like, you know what? I'm just going to chill until further notice. I'm going to chill until something or someone comes along that is worth rocking the boat. Because right now, it's like, I may not feel like I'm on a boat, but I might be on a little sail. Like, I'm on a tiny little sailboat. And I'm doing just fine, even though I don't have these other things going on in my life. So you refuse. I'm so proud of you, group one. I do want to tell you, because I see that you see something clearly, and you refuse to be a part of that cycle. Now, if you haven't gotten to the point where you refuse to be a part of that cycle, I don't think it's going to be very long before it becomes very apparent or obvious to you that this is something that you don't want anymore. You don't want to deal with, you don't want to do, you're just going to pull back. If you guys are currently dealing with someone that is showing you this behavior, I don't think it's going to be long before I think you're now, only you know you, but a lot of you may be like a little bit of a cutthroat, like just, cut you out or stop talking, even though you don't want to do that, or even though, there's some sadness there regarding that. It does feel like there's some kind of repetitive cycle. Now, if this has been done to you, then that is what you're seeing clearly. Like, oh shit, bitch, I was wearing some Delulu goggles on that one. I really let myself get razzle dazzled. It's giving that. So replace romantic or connection with whoever, whatever this is. Now, if this is talking about you and your, we're calling it self-improvement. Like I said, you're keeping up on things, you're doing the thing. You may not be where you want to be, but you definitely feel a lot better. This is a group that is feeling mentally it's like I'm in a place where I'm hopeful, things feel good. Yes, there's some negative stuff going on, but I have all this other stuff going for me. And I feel like that's what's keeping you kind of going. But like I said, there is some cycle, or there's something here that's repeating that has become, I just are like painfully aware. So maybe for some of you, that's what it is. Okay, we have Earth, air coming through. So Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and then more Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio, and Cancer as well. Could be anyone though. All right, let's continue, my babies. If that sounds like you, well, welcome. Then let's continue. Let's see what's going to be changing for you. Thank you, Spirit. It seems like you're just hanging in there till it does. Maybe you guys are waiting for like a promotion or some kind of to elevate in position or home, or, I'm not picking up necessarily in what area, but it feels like a lot of you are, like I said, you guys could just be choosing to be alone because ain't nothing good out there that you've seen, not yet. What's changing for my group number ones? Messages for my group ones, please. What's changing for them? What's changing for my group ones? Thank you, Spirit. What's changing for my group number ones? Messages for my group ones. Thank you, Spirit. What's changing for them? Oops. What was that? Ooh, the Six of Cups, the King of Pentacles. This is nice. What's changing for them? Ooh, yeah. Okay, so some of you guys, what's changing for you is you're about to get a revisit from something or someone. Now, I am going to talk about it in a couple of different ways, so just hang in there with me. We are going to talk to those of you that this is about work. You are going to get some kind of opportunity or offer to go back to something or revisit something. And I feel like it brings an offer with it. It's almost like, let's get this going, or we would like you to join us, or this is where we see this heading. Yeah, someone is bringing in clarity to you. Some of you guys, this is your company, your job, that kind of stuff. If you guys are waiting for like important paperwork, or you're waiting to hear some kind of news, I do think that this feels like a positive outcome. So I can't necessarily, I don't know if it's a message or how this is going to come about, but this does seem like you're about to hear back, or something's about to come back around. Now, for others of you, this is talking about you possibly reuniting with someone or revisiting something. The Moon, it's like you feel it coming, or you're anticipating it. You just don't know how, or you just don't know when. If this is a person, this feels like this is a really important person in your life. You guys have a strong soul connection, or maybe even like a psychic connection. If this is a brand new person, this feels like it's someone who might be a little mysterious, but they feel very familiar to you. It's almost like you're a stranger, but I feel like I know you. So you and this person are going to, I feel like you're coming together for something. And this brings a lot of excitement, a lot of passion, a lot of maybe even for you, inspiration or creativity attached to this. Some of you guys, this could even be like an offer to, maybe it's like a dream that you've had that to make it come true. Like say that, I don't know, say you're an artist and you have this dream of painting, you know, or windows for an installation or something. And then they're like, hey, we heard this, or we know you, we want that. And you're like, oh my God. And it's like new, it's exciting, it's fun. You know, it kind of comes out of nowhere. It feels like it's an offer that would come out of nowhere. Now, if this is a person, then I think you're going to be very excited about this person. This is someone that I feel this is an unfinished cycle that we're returning back to. So I don't know if this has to do with how you meet them, and that's you revisiting somewhere that you normally go to, or if it's an app or something like that. I can't see that far, or I'm not seeing those details, but I am seeing that there is already some kind of open cycle. So you may already even know this person. I think a lot of you already know them, but I can't disregard that full card. But I do feel like this is this King of Pentacles coming towards you, taking a leap of faith. And I think that they're making you some kind of offer or presenting you something. Yeah. So if this is someone that you're interested in, it's like, you know, things are going to get moving. Or the High Priestess. So there's something about this person that you take more seriously or you feel differently about. Now, if this is talking about work, then this is, again, almost like psychic premonition, or you always felt or you dreamt of this place or this thing happening, and now those dreams are actually coming into a reality, or at least they're looking like they are. Now, I say they're looking like they are because we're not necessarily sure where this is heading quite yet, but I do see that there is, again, positive outcomes are definitely on their way to you. And whether this is a person, a romantic interest, a job, or something stable, it feels like in your heart, or you had a feeling, or you kind of knew this is where it was heading, and now it's here. If this is someone that is heading towards you, you guys are going to be reuniting and having a new beginning, and you're going to be very excited about this. I do think you really care or love this person's vision. I was going to say care about this person or love their vision. Let me clarify that. All right, let's see. Heavy on the Pisces energy. So again, you could be dreaming this, feeling it. Speaking of, right when I said that, when I said feeling it, I just remembered a crazy dream I had last night. And when I'm filming this, it's only like a couple days after the full moon. So you guys will have to let me know if you guys had any crazy dreams. Fuck, I need to write down my dream. I had a visitor in my dream, and it was one of those visits that felt really real. And please, you guys, I love to hear that kind of stuff when you guys have like visions or premonitions or dreams that feel so, so real and they stick with you. And it's like your brain kind of forgets it. And then you guys just saw me, literally, this triggered a memory in the middle of your reading. So I'd love to hear from you. All right, we have 8 of Pentacles in reverse, and then we have the 10 of Wands in reverse. Okay, so I do feel like this is some kind of relief, or there's something here that is going to be emotionally fulfilling. Now, it doesn't feel like the future is necessarily certain in this situation and exactly what the, end outcome is going to be, but I do know that this gets you going, and it's almost like comes in, and I'm telling you, your energy, your maybe even like your vitality or your creativity, you might even be singing or dancing more. It's almost like we have a little pep in our step, and I feel like your little pep is about to get peppier. Tell me about the King of Pentacles with the Fool. Messages for my group number ones. What's changing for them? All right, we have the Two of Wands. Options. Someone's going to give you an option. You guys might, I wonder if you have 2 options. What is this? What's the fork in the road, or what's the option? Someone wants to talk to you about the future and going in a new direction. Someone wants to do something differently. Tell me about the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Wands. We have 3 came out. The 9 of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and the Lovers in reverse. So you may have not thought that this was going to happen, or you have options between one that isn't for you and one that your heart is kind of pulling you in that direction. One of these options doesn't feel like it might work out, and the other one does. Or there's a need here to kind of shift in some kind of way in order to make it work out. So just different kind of, like I said, different energies coming through. You could be, you know what it is? You have fear over this not working out. That's the other big thing that is coming through. So if it's just one person, it's like you feel a little stuck over like, oh, is this really going to work out? Why the 6 of Swords in reverse and the World in reverse? We have the 8 of Swords in reverse. This is talking about don't worry, take your time. This is also about not feeling stuck. You're not stuck. You actually have options. You actually have all the knowledge you need. You can trust yourself. You know, your intuition might be trying to guide you, and your mind is trying to take you in a different direction, which that definitely happens. You know, when you feel stuck in that way, friends, I suggest take a deep breath and really get into a practice of almost like soothing yourself or your nervous system regularly, daily. You know, that could be called meditation, prayer, quiet time, resting my eyes, quote unquote, for you parents. Something that helps you kind of just recenter when you're feeling like, oh, I don't know if I'm anxious or if it's my intuition, or, you know, your intuition isn't going to make you anxious. It's the other stuff that makes us anxious. All right, we're the Emperor and the Queen of Cups. The Sun reversed. You want this and you want to be optimistic about it, but you are also cautiously optimistic. So someone here is excited to connect with you. This feels like it's a businessman or business person, an entrepreneur or a boss. Someone who's really strong and confident, also loyal. They want you to trust them. Why the 7 of Cups in reverse with the High Priestess? Then we have the 7 of Pentacles. So your intuition is telling you to invest in this, or maybe that's the way you're leaning into it. 3 of Pentacles in reverse, 10 of Pentacles in reverse, and 3 of Swords. There's concerns here over investing and things not working out. So it feels like you're just torn in a little, you know, in a couple different directions. But rest assured, friends, you have the option coming up. And I feel like it's really important to trust yourself, okay? Heavy on the Pisces. We also have Aries, Leo, Gemini, Capricorn, Pisces again. Yeah, heavy on the Pisces. All right. My group number, what are we? Group 1s. Let's get you guys some oracle cards. You know what? Let's do these over here. Sometimes I pick the oracle cards after I do group 1's reading. You guys are always the ones that kind of set the tone for what we're going to do at the end, because sometimes I'll just decide last minute depending on how the reading went. All right, my group 1s, please. What else do they need to know? What's changing for them? All right, we have spells and rituals, bring magic and self-care together. Bitch, didn't I just say take a moment to recenter, recalibrate, do the things, okay? It doesn't take that long. It does not take that long. If all you have to spare is 5 minutes, that's all you have to spare. If you work a lot and you're at your desk, you know, take 5 minutes, like after your lunch, or however, whenever you can sneak it. I know you know how to sneak looking like you're working while you maybe are not. We have waning gibbous. We have count your blessings. So it's being grateful for this moment and what we have. And then we have last quarter moon. What is holding you back? So this might be a question to ask yourself when you find yourself in that fork in the road. I do like that this card is half and half, because it is giving that duality and that 2 of Wands. What direction do you want to head in? My group number 1s, that is the question. And it's beautiful to have a choice, right? Friends, I appreciate you guys so, so much. I really do. Please take care of yourselves. The world is crazy out there right now. I love that you're here with me. If you like this reading, make sure to give it a little thumbs up for me. Please take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you at the next one. Thanks, guys. Hello, my group number twos. If you picked the sticker, then welcome to your reading, friends. Today we're going to be looking into what is changing for you. My group number twos, we are going to begin this reading by checking in on your energy and seeing what is currently going on to you to help you connect to this reading. And then we'll be asking the question, what's going to be changing? This is open to, just generally in your life. So we will be talking about the messages in several different ways. So just make sure to take what resonates to you in your life, in your own situation. And my group number twos, I hope you're doing well, my babies. Thank you so much for joining me here today. All right, let's see what we can learn today about what's going to be happening in your life and changing. All right, let's get it. Thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to channel these messages today for my group number twos. Messages for my group twos, please, Spirit. Messages for my group number twos. What can we know? What can you tell us? How will they know this is the reading? What's going on in my group two's energy? What's going on in their life? What's going on in their energy? Messages for my group twos, please. What's going on in their energy? What's going on for my group twos? What can we know? What do we need to talk about today? What do we need to talk about today? Thank you, Spirit. Oh. What's going on with my group twos? What's going on in their energy? All right, we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse and the Page of Pentacles. Okay. Which way do you want to go? Oh shit. Not the cards knocking our little things over. It's our little rosary. My friend Catholic makes the cutest jewelry. All right, thank you, Spirit. Messages for my group number twos, please. Okay. So this feels like it's some kind of offer. If it's romantic, it's like you might be dating someone, but it doesn't feel like things are necessarily really progressing quickly. I mean, that Knight of Pentacles in reverse doesn't really move. So this could be an energy of I'm ready to date, but nothing is really happening. Or I have a friend and I have a lot of fun with them, but maybe it's just platonic, or maybe, we haven't really gotten out of that friend zone. It does seem like we get along really well. Five of Wands in reverse. It feels like there's no drama. It's drama free, or we've cleared conflicts. This feels really good. This might even be like friends are inviting you out and you're having a good time. It definitely does not have to be romantic. If this is work related, this feels like you're getting an offer for a position that it may not pay the most, but you are going to learn possibly invaluable information that is going to help you later on. It's gonna help you move up. It could also be giving you the experience that you need. And it feels like it's easy. This would be like an easy job, or this would be like, damn, my coworkers are cool, my boss is cool. I can ask whatever I want. I'm learning what I'm interested in. That's the kind of vibe. And if this is romantic, well, it's the same kind of feel good vibe where it's like, it's exciting, it's happening, it's drama free. I don't really have plans for where this is heading for the long term. Why the Knight of Pentacles in reverse? Five of Wands, because you're comfortable. It just feels like, and there's nothing wrong with that. It feels like things are good. It feels like I'm comfortable where I'm at. I'm still learning, or I'm enjoying it. And I'm really focused on keeping my life drama free, or I'm not going to fight. I don't want to, jealousy or conflict or other people's shit. It's almost like I like it. I like where I'm at. You guys could be hanging out with a group of friends, or dating someone, or dating different people. Again, there's this almost, for some, it's like social butterfly, but for others of you, it's a very like emotionally like feel good time when it comes to how you spend your time, who you spend it with, what you're doing, that kind of stuff. Tell me why the Ace of Swords. Some of you guys could be talking to someone online, and that's why things don't really progress, but this is like your buddy. This is someone that would really become like your bestie or your buddy. Tell me about the Knight of Cups. someone here could have recently like reached out to you, or maybe you got an offer or some kind of message. Why the Knight of Cups? And then why the Seven of Wands in reverse? Oh my gosh, you guys, group 2, this feels really good. This feels like I'm getting invited to all the good things, all the good parties, or yeah, and it feels like I'm in the mix. It feels like I made the cut, I made the invite. All right, so if this has to do with career, I do feel like there is recognition coming, or there's something here about working up to that and being seen. I do think that you feel seen. I feel that whoever you're hanging out with or talking to or dating, or whoever's around you, this could even be like you're having a really good time with like your siblings or cousins. Like it doesn't have to be this love story, this romantic love story, I should say. And if this is you, that regardless, it's really, really good. All right. For those of you that took a position, or you're working somewhere where it's not going to be forever, it's like where you're currently at, I think it's going to be really, really good for you. I think that you're already kind of seeing, or like what kind of offers you can get, or maybe you're even getting offers before you're even kind of like out of there. So say this is school. It's like you guys could even be getting a job or getting an offer before you're out of there, before your celebration. And for some of you, you guys are getting like asked out on a date, but this feels like again. So maybe it's about getting back out there again. It feels fun. It feels like I'm surrounded by people or by things that I enjoy. And I see clearly. I can, it's almost like I know what's going on, or it's exciting, and it's a new beginning. Some of you guys could even be hanging out with new people. What else, please? And learning from them. Like they could be inviting you to different places that you're like, oh my God, I've never been here before. I love that. I saw like a reel that was this woman and like her gay best friend, and she was like, well, what happens when you make friends with a gay man? It's like they invite you out places. And she was talking about like basically not having things to wear to all the places that her bestie was like trying to take her to. And you might be dealing with something like that. Six of Cups. This feels good, guys. This feels really good. This feels like you are, look, in the Hierophant, you're spending time with doing things, or with people. I think that you're right where you need to be. You could even feel like finally I meet my people. This is almost like feeling like, oh, I feel like such a weirdo in high school, and then I go to college and oh my God, I meet my people. It's niche. Here they are. And how funny that you guys chose the world needs more weirdos sticker. And then I'm talking about that, about feeling strange and unusual, and then just changing the scenery, or connecting in it with a different person or a different place, and you're like, oh my God, I found my people. It feels good. Okay, you guys could be, again, there's something about school. For some of you, it's children. For others of you, I think that this feels like I know what it's going to look like, or where I'm heading for the foreseeable future, or for X amount of time. That's what it feels like. It feels like a little carefree. Like I don't have to worry about anything. I already know what to expect in the next few months, or in the next however long. We have Taurus. We have Taurus. What was it? What other majors? So Leo, Leo. I already said Sagittarius. I didn't mean to, but we'll throw it in there since they wanted to come out. Aquarius and Scorpio. Taurus again. Oh, there's a Saggy. All right, they knew what they were talking about. Okay. Let's see. My group number 2s, if that sounds like you, my babies, let's see what's changing for you. Feels like it's good. I mean, let's just let the good times roll, like the cars said. That's literally what I heard when I said that. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for my group number 2s. What's changing for them? What's changing for my group 2s? What's changing for my group 2s? You guys are going to be outside, afuera. You guys might be spending some time outdoors or just getting out and not being bored. Even if you're at home, this feels like there's some kind of change up where it's like, oh, this has always been here. You're reconnecting with something that you forgot about. You had either disengaged from this or walked away, or maybe you're even taking time off. Maybe you're leaving the house more. Again, there's this feeling here of saying yes. You're entering your yes era, whether that's yes to saying yes to invitations, to going out with friends, to it's how you're spending your time. Maybe you guys are even making a little more money too. It's also the time of year, is what they're saying. I feel like this is your season. Why the Six of Cups? We have Capricorn coming through. Oh, yeah. I think you're seeing things differently now. You're visiting different places or leaving the house more or stepping away from things that the devil that just aren't for you, and you're changing those habits or those patterns or those behaviors. And it's almost like we're flipping it, right? We're now connecting to something that feels really, really good. If this is talking about your romantic love life, then this is, you could be dating someone, or this person could be, you're almost like waiting for the one that shows up this way. But I feel like this is more so kind of now. I don't feel like this is like a long time from now. That's why I don't really want to emphasize on romantic love, because I feel like it's not just that. All right, we have the Ace of Wands. Some of you guys could be taking time off of work. You could be stepping away from that for self-care and slowing down. Yeah, you guys could be, you're taking the sick days, or you're taking the time off, the paid time off. You also haven't done this in a long time and you deserve it. Yeah, this is what this is saying. Tell your boss that's what the tarot lady on YouTube said. I'm taking the time off because the tarot lady said so. The tarot lady said I deserve it. You never know. That's what I see, friends. And if this is romantic, this could just, feel like maybe it's been a while since you connected with someone, but I'm not going to force it, because I'm not really feeling that. I'm feeling like this is you. I'm feeling like you're the emperor, actually, or the emperor represents your job or your responsibilities, and we're stepping away from them and we're having a lot more fun. And I think you're going to be really glad that you did, because you are going to return and feel a lot more revitalized. You are going to spend a little bit of money, but it's like it's worth it, is what I'm getting. And you're also going to miss out on something else. Oh shit, I almost knocked the cards over. You're going to miss out on something else, which makes me think like you are you might be calling out sick, or you might be, and no, I'm not going to do that, or I can't go because I'm going to go do something else. For some of you guys, this is, you went through a tough time, and again, like, you deserve this. My group number twos. Let's see what else we can get. Your reading was just so straight to the point. Tell me more. What else is changing for them? What else is changing for them? We have the Seven of Cups. So you guys are going to be really busy. You guys could even be like getting invited and then having to turn something else down, or say, no, I'm sorry, I'm busy. Because there's something here. I think you have a lot going on. You guys could also have like a lot of like people checking in on you, or messages. That Seven of Cups, Seven of Swords makes me think there's things I'm not answering, or there's things that I may be saying no to. Yeah, you guys could be spinning this does feel like a lie, but it's like spinning a story to take this time off, or to maybe see this person or connect with something or someone, is what it feels like. All right. My group number twos, we have Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn, and then Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio. My group twos. Let's get you guys your oracle cards. That was good and straight to the point. Group number ones, they had a lot to say. All right, thank you, Spirit. Messages for my group number twos, please. What can we know? What can you tell us? What's changing for them? We have coven. So again, getting away. You guys could be hanging out with your sisters, your cousins, your siblings, friends that are like siblings, friends that are like family. You're getting away and you're sneaking away. We have movement. Inspiration is drawn to motion. So you might be going out to dance, or you might be going to have a good time. It is going to feel really good. You guys are going to be able to move a lot of that energy through your body, through and out. And then we have full moon. Harvest the fruits of your hard work. We did just have a full moon. At the time that I am filming this, it's only like, I think it was 2 days ago. So you guys could have been feeling that. And then we have witch's hat. Express yourself, share your gifts with the world. So getting out there in the world. That page of pentacles could also be you learning something, learning a craft, or expanding on your craft. Harvest the fruits of your hard work. I do think you have worked hard to deserve this. So you're taking, you're going to be enjoying, like this says, enjoying the fruits of your labor. My group number twos, have a good time. Literally, have a good time. Never feel bad for taking your deserved time, your well deserved time off, and hopefully it's paid time off. Use your sick days. If you work for a big corporation, these hoes ain't loyal. Remember that. And nothing is ever going to give you back this time in your life, your health, the people around you, and where you're currently at. And if you find yourself in a place in time where people that you love, that you cherish, and that make you feel good, and that uplift your vibration and spirits, and you can get away with them, and all it is you calling in sick to work or bailing out on something that in the big picture will be waiting for you when you come back, I highly suggest you do it. You deserve it. And we only have this one life in this moment to live. And you're never going to be as young as you are in this moment. So let's take advantage of it, okay? My group number twos, that is what I have for you today, my babies. Thank you so much for being here. You guys know I appreciate you. If you appreciate these readings and you enjoy them, I would really appreciate it if you gave it a little thumbs up for me. It really does help the channel. You guys know I have been here for a while, and I want to continue to be here with you guys, and I want us to continue to grow together. So feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. I don't know why you haven't. Please take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you at the next one. Thanks, guys. Hello, my group number threes. If you picked the sticker, then welcome to your reading, friends. Today, we're going to be looking into what is changing for you, my group threes. We are going to begin this reading by checking in on your energy and seeing what's going on with you. That part should help us connect to this group that you chose. And then we're going to be asking what is changing for you. Keep in mind, you guys know it's a collective reading, but this reading should be easy to figure out if it's you or not. Because, babe, if you can't recognize yourself in the reading, I don't know. It should feel familiar if it's you. Let's just say that, okay? And if you can't, that just probably means it's not your story today. Besides that, let's try to have fun with it. My group number threes, I hope you guys are doing well, my babies. I hope you're taking care of yourselves and each other out there in this crazy world. Thank you for being here today. And let's get to it. Thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to channel these messages today for my group number threes. Messages for my group threes, please. How will my group threes know that this is their reading? How will they know that these messages are for them? What's going on with my group threes in their energy? What's going on in my group threes energy? Thank you, Spirit. What's going on with them? Messages for my group number threes. What's going on with my group threes? Thank you, Spirit. Messages for my group number threes, please. What's currently going on in their life, in their energy? How will they know this is their reading? All right, we have Queen of Cups in reverse. All right, so someone is emotionally, you might be kind of like emotionally shutting down. It feels like I'm shutting down because my boss is awful, or my job sucks, or this man sucks. You know, if it's not a man, but drop in whoever sucks in your life. This Emperor reverse, you know, it almost feels like it's causing like frustration or a lot of instability. It does feel like maybe you're trying to separate yourself or like walk away from this, but at the same time, you may not be able to shake the feeling, or you may not be able to, at this moment, maybe you don't feel like you feel truly free from this, or you feel like things can change. There is this energy here of, with that Queen of Cups in reverse, sometimes she doesn't make the most rational decisions because she is feeling emotional. And I say she just because the queen in here is the she, but obviously any gender. But this does feel like I'm shutting down, or I'm pulling away, I'm trying to go cold, but that's not your natural state, you know? So it doesn't feel good. The Queen of Swords can be better at that without it letting it emotionally kind of, you know, shut her down like this. But the Queen of Cups, we don't like to see her like that. Seven of Wands. So it's been a struggle. It feels like nothing is working. That's what I heard. Nothing is working. Now, of course, that's not true. But usually when we feel like nothing in my life is working out is because there's like two major problems, and like say our job sucks and our love life sucks, so then we're like, okay, nothing is going right. That's the energy that I'm getting, where it's like both these big areas of my life, like, oh, I'm just tired of it. So for some of you guys, maybe it's your boss, your coworkers, there's constant kind of tension, or there's competition, or there's having to prove yourself, and the environment doesn't really change. And maybe you've tried to separate yourself, or you've tried to disengage, and it just feels like you don't really kind of get anywhere with that. Now, if it's your love life, kind of same thing, right? It's like maybe it's not just one person, and it's these types that are selfish, or they're you know, they only care about themselves and they don't commit, or you know, you can't build with them. So it just feels like things here are not moving forward, or nothing is kind of changing. Tell me about the Emperor. Messages for my group threes. What's their current energy? Why the Emperor? We have the Four of Cups. So there's something here about rejection or feeling rejected. Sometimes this is, sometimes it's like we're ignoring the fact that we're being ignored. Or, you know, it's like, I'm not saying for everyone, but sometimes it feels that way. And in this moment, it kind of feels that way, where it's like we could have overlooked certain things. And then maybe that kind of led to where we're at, where it's like we let it slide for a while, but now we're kind of far into it. The Hangman. So nothing is happening right now. Why Death in reverse? We have Scorpio, Aries, Cancer. So no opportunities, or that's what it feels like, or this opportunity isn't heading in. Tell me why the Three of Pentacles in reverse, Three of Wands. So maybe you're waiting for a change, or you're waiting for something to improve here, or you're thinking back to a time, or you're trying to plan ahead with someone that isn't avoidant. I was going to say isn't something, but since the word didn't come out, I said avoidant. So I don't want it to sound isn't avoidant. I meant with someone that is avoidant. Let's see. I want to know why this King of Swords is trying to look at me like that. Okay, Scarface. Oh, why Seven of Wands with the King of Swords? Oh, wait, Scarface is the drug dealer, huh? It's just Scar. Never mind. Devil reverse. One more. Eight of Wands in reverse. So you could be trying to like go King of Swords, or you're trying to, you know, okay, so if it's a person, it's like you're trying very hard to like disengage, and maybe you are trying to like be logical and be like, no, I can't talk to them, or you know, I need to drop this, you know, I need to not go back to a toxic pattern. But it could be like, but something here, it's like we're still not healing through it, or we're still very much kind of reacting to it. So it feels fresh, and if it's not fresh, it's that the cycle just kind of keeps repeating, and we're waiting for something to change. And if this is a person, it almost seems like you want them to prove themselves, that they have changed, but at the same time, that's not happening. So we may be kind of low key waiting on that a little bit, or anticipating, or it's just still in your energy. Seven of Cups. I think it messes with you, or there's a lot of fantasy, or a lot of thoughts, or just a lot going on. What else? Maybe this person's confusing. What's my group three's energy? What's going on in their energy? Four of Pentacles, Hermit in reverse. So Four of Pentacles in reverse and the Hermit in reverse. So maybe you think about wanting to go back or revisit this or reunite. Pay Page of Wands in reverse, but you're not feeling positive or optimistic about growth or someone's maturity, or not wasting your time, or getting ghosted, or it becoming painful. Maybe this is describing everything that happened. All right, we have Leo coming through and Virgo with that Hermit that got added to the mix. We also have fire signs. We have everybody. It could be, I always tell you guys that it could be everybody, but I know you guys like to hear the predominant, or what is it, dominant signs that show up in the reading. All right, my group threes. If that sounds like you babies, well, let's see what's going to be changing for you. I want positive things coming your way. So let's see what we can catch a glimpse of. Thank you, Spirit. What's changing for my group threes? Messages for my group number threes, please. What's changing for them? What's changing for my group threes? What's changing for my group threes? Messages for my group number threes, please. What's going to be changing for them? What's going to be changing for my group threes? Thank you, Spirit. Messages for my group number threes. What's changing for them? We have Strength reverse. What's changing for them? We have Three of Wands. We have Death reverse. What's changing for my group threes? Four of Swords in reverse. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse. Two of Pentacles in reverse. So I am getting that what's frustrating you is you're waiting, or you are anticipating a certain, it's like X amount of time where I'm going to get what I want. I'm either going to elevate, or I'm learning, or I'm getting a promotion, or this person is going to come in ready to commit. There is anticipation with that. For some of you guys, it might be a specific time frame, especially for those of you that it is like a program that you're in, or something you've committed yourself to, and you know that there is a date when you're going to be, when your promotion is going to happen, or you're going to be elevated or ordained or graduate, something like that. The other thing could be some of you guys are thinking about going to therapy or back to therapy. And I think that that might actually be pretty helpful for those of you that have been thinking about that, just to help you get past this death in reverse, which is very challenging to kind of move past, because death in reverse talks about a cycle that needs to come to a close, but we keep repeating it and we're not kind of breaking out of that. So there is a feeling here of something heading your way. It is. That's for those of you that this is not talking about therapy. Why we have the Page of Swords in reverse. Yeah. So for those of you that this is talking about therapy, this could be talking about like helping you kind of talk through that, because there's a lot of frustrations here over. So your energy is coming off very off balance, even from the beginning. If this is not your story, I completely understand. You know yourself way better than a stranger on the internet could. So maybe check another group, because I promise you they're not all like this, but this is very specific. This is for someone that is feeling very frustrated. Sometimes it could come off as jealousy, or being thrown off like spiritually, we're not connected anymore. We desire, we lust, there's so much longing, or there's so much frustration, there's so much passion, but it turns into a lot of frustration over the timing of things. And I feel like you feel like there's a missed opportunity, or an opportunity is not heading in, as my throat's wanting to close up, because it feels like you might be needing, like, I don't know, external validation in some way. Now, however that lands, I'm not really sure. That's not pertaining to those of you that this is about work. This is for those of you that this is mostly about love, where it's like maybe you're looking for something from this person, or wanting it so bad. And it's like, I understand, we're human, but the way it's coming through, it's not kind of doing you any favors, or it's not feeling good. Maybe you guys are just working a lot. Like maybe you're traveling for work, or maybe you're just literally that's all you do. And maybe that's part of this, where it's like trying to be like, hey, there's actually something you can do to kind of change this up and help you feel better. So that's not going to be the case for everyone, but that is that case for some of you, because there's an opportunity here that maybe it's for you to take, but you're not. And you're getting very frustrated, or maybe it's also the amount of time that we spend online, or maybe it's trying to get validation online, maybe it's dating, and we just kind of end up doing the same thing, or we're going back to something or someone that it's kind of just in the same kind of pattern. Um, Tell me about the Three of Wands with the Hierophant. So if this is about you waiting on a promotion, I do think something is coming up, but I don't think it's going to be the opportunity, or they didn't tell you that the pay wasn't going to be what it was, or it's like there's something here that it's like, oh, I thought I was getting what I wanted, but it's actually not it. I need more. Or this isn't even like, they didn't tell me this, or we're not talking. Page of Cups in reverse and the Seven of Pentacles. So this is something that you're investing your time into, or you have invested into. For some of you, again, this could be talking about therapy or a school or some kind of program or something that you're paying or that you're investing in, you're giving your time to in order for it to grow later. But it doesn't feel like that's happening just yet. Why Death in reverse with the King of Pentacles? King of Swords in reverse, Seven of Wands in reverse. So you could feel like someone's just not stepping up. So if this is you, this could feel like you're just not really ready to, or you're just kind of continuing doing the same thing, same routine. So nothing's really changing. But if this is someone else, it could be that. Because this King of Pentacles, it's stable, but then the surrounding energies, it tells me that, you're not really happy, or you're feeling frustrated. So you could have stability in one area of your life, but another area of your life feels completely off balance. So for some of you, maybe this even talked about work-life balance. If it's not talking about love and connections. Why the Four of Swords in reverse with the Five of Pentacles in reverse? Empress reverse. Why the Nine of Pentacles in reverse with the Page of Swords? And why the Queen of Wands with the Ace? So it's like you're realizing something, or that isn't going to move forward, or you're getting news, or you see this person or you connect with them, and then you're like, but wait, it's not going anywhere. Yeah. And then you kind of ignore it or shut down, and then you go back to being like hermit. And then we close off, and then we kind of ignore certain signs or lessons or things, or we say no more, but then that leads to Queen of Cups in reverse, shut down, and then it kind of starts over. I didn't do this for any of the other groups, but I can't leave you guys like this. What's their advice to help them break out of this? What's their advice to help them break through and get progress and growth? What is it that they need to know? What's their advice and guidance? Getting out of your head, because of love, loving yourself. There's something here, you're not stuck. Something that you're maybe doing. It's like happiness is, all you have to do is reach out for it. I know that sounds like annoying when you're not when you're not feeling good, but look at that Ace of Cups, Eight of Swords in reverse, the Sun, and the Five of Wands. You don't need to fight for this. You don't need to fight for anything. Nine of Cups, Nine of Wands in reverse, High Priestess reverse. Let it go. Let go of the wounding or what's already happened. It's not part of your story anymore. So they don't want you to harp on things that you're not getting right now. They want you to focus on that Ace of Cups, that emotional fulfillment, and finding what makes you happy. Like put the wands down, put the burden down, connect back to yourself. What's for you is not going to pass you by. Eight of Wands, look, things are moving. Your life is moving ahead, my group threes. Even if you don't see it on a day-to-day, it is moving ahead. And what's important right now, what your job is, to enjoy that day-to-day. All right? Moon reverse, you're going to think clearly, more clearly. You're going to see things more clearly. Four of Cups, you're ignoring something. You're ignoring yourself, your health, your vitality, your nutrition, your body maybe, or your home, your bedroom, your vanity. Things that sometimes just need a little bit of our attention and they make us feel so much better, right? Wash your makeup brushes. I don't even know where that came from. All right. My group number threes. That is what the tarot has for you. Let's get you guys some oracle cards to close out your reading. All right. Let's see. Thank you, Spirit, for all these messages today for my group threes. What else do my group number threes need to know about what's changing? Thank you, Spirit. What's changing for them? We have last quarter moon. What is holding you back? Freya, you are worthy. You are loved. I love that. That also makes me think of like self-care. We have manifestation. What you seek is seeking you. Then we have Diana. Be one with nature. So manifestation and be one with nature really makes me feel like you getting connected back. Maybe this is even spending time in nature or getting connected back to your natural cycles. This, what is seeking you, a manifestation card, and this be one with nature. This to me is almost like a call to get back in touch with yourself and the natural rhythm of your life, or, you know, of the seasons. It's almost like if we resist it, you know, it just makes it a little harder. And also manifesting through like stress or through anxiety, it's just, we don't get the best results. So again, I feel like this is bringing it back to you and self-love and emotional fulfillment and focusing on those things instead of kind of like the cycle that has been repeating. My group number threes, that is what I have for you today. I appreciate you guys being here so much. If you like this reading, if it resonated, please give it a little thumbs up for me. I would greatly appreciate it. I appreciate you guys being here so much. Please take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you the next one. Thanks, guys.